$4 a gallon. We have team coverage, including a statement from the White House on when we could see the prices dip.
Finally reaching the end of a weeks-long cleanup after an environmental disaster in York County. The update tonight after that large salvage yard fire.
It's another warm day in the 70s tomorrow, but with showers and some isolated thunderstorms. I'll time them out for you and show you the cool down that follows in the 10-day.
These astronauts have trained for all the off-nominal scenarios. There is no failure of imagination with anyone that's planned for this mission.
Getting ready to make history once again. We speak to one of the top minds in tomorrow's historic Artemis 2 launch about what this means for the future of space travel.
WGAL News 8 at 4 starts now.
Well, it's been steadily climbing for weeks, but overnight a jump with many drivers seeing sticker shock at the pump as prices cross that $4 mark. Welcome to News 8 at 4, everybody. I'm Michael Fuller.
And I'm Tasmeen Mahfouz. And while some parts of the Susquehanna Valley have already seen the high prices, the national average has now ticked over that threshold.
Yeah, News 8's Bailey Martin is in Lancaster County with an update from the White House on the timeline for when the end may be in sight for those seeing increasing prices. Bailey.
Michael, Tasmeen, it's now up to $4.19 for a gallon of regular gas and nearing that $6 mark for a gallon of diesel at $5.99 here at Sheets at the corner of Centerville Road and Columbia Avenue in Lancaster County. We drove around all kinds of gas stations today, Royal Farms, Turkey Hill, Sunoco. All of those seem to be sitting at the $3.99 mark. Well, why is that? We went right to the source today. I spoke with the deputy press secretary at the White House who tells me that the 4 to 6 week timeline that President Trump initially gave for the war in Iran is ahead of schedule in the first 30 days. So does that mean that when the war is over, then prices will drop? Well, the deputy press secretary tells me yes, essentially. However, what's been shocking to a lot of us is the spike that we're seeing specifically today. Regular and diesel prices increased at some gas stations by around 10 cents overnight. I asked the White House why this could be.
There's lots of volatility in the energy markets. Oil goes up, oil goes down, and gas prices go up and down as a result. Again, I think we're focused on the long term here. Once we meet the objectives of Operation Epic Fury, we want to get back and doubling down on drill, baby, drill, get more oil and gas onto the market, onto the American market, and get those prices down again in the long term.
Looking locally, I spoke with some of the smaller owned gas stations today who told me that they're actually losing money trying to keep up with large chains like Sheets. Now, if Sheets is charging $4.19, then they have to charge less than that to compete, and it's actually costing them money. They also told me that business has been significantly slower within the last several weeks. We asked drivers their thoughts on this timeline when prices may come down here in the next several weeks and how they're feeling at the pump today. We have all of that coming up on News 8 at 5. Live in Lancaster County, Bailey Martin, WGAL News 8.
The pain at the pump is real. All right, Bailey, thank you. And it's not just gas and diesel prices spiking. Global jet fuel prices have more than doubled since the war began. That's according to data from the International Air Transport Association. The association's jet fuel price monitor for the week ending March 27 shows worldwide average jet fuel prices now sit 104% above where they were last month. The airlines have been responding to the increased fuel costs by increasing their prices through surcharges and by reviewing flight routes. And JetBlue is raising its bag fees as the war drives up the cost of fuel. Flyers will now be charged $39 for pre-purchasing a checked bag. That's an increase of about $4. And those who wait until the day of their flight to pay for their checked bag will have to pay an extra $10. And if you're flying during peak periods like summer or a holiday, you will also be charged a premium to check a bag. And coming up in about 30 minutes, our team coverage continues with Christopher Salas. He's live from D.C. with more on these high prices, as well as an update from the White House on the war in Iran. That's coming up at 4:30.
And it's been just over a month since flames erupted at a York County salvage yard, leading to pollution in a nearby creek. The event deemed an environmental disaster as local, state, and federal crews worked for weeks to clean up the area and also the waterways. And tonight, those efforts downstream are making a difference. News 8's Meredith Jorgensen joins us in studio now with the update on the containment of the oil containment there and also the cleanup after the J&K salvage fire and the aftermath. Meredith.
That's right. After looking closely at the shoreline of the Codorus Creek, the agency spearheading the oil cleanup after the J&K salvage yard fire say they've cleared multiple sections of the Susquehanna River and today removed the booms from the waterway. This is what it looked like as Unified Command says in some areas the cleanup is complete and there is no pooled oil. Crews say this is an important step towards returning the waterway to their natural states. Oil containment, collection and recovery operations are ongoing in the unnamed tributary and the Codorus Creek. You'll remember this cleanup is all the result of the massive fire at the salvage yard on Kings Mill Road in Spring Garden Township at the end of February. The rainbow sheen of oil could be seen in the nearby Codorus Creek after the owner said 20 containers that each hold 300 gallons of oil were damaged by that fire. United Command says residents should expect to see additional boom movement over the next few weeks as more areas of the Codorus Creek are cleared. Tasmin?
Meredith, thanks for that update. Also in Lancaster County, emergency crews were called after a chimney fire. It happened around 7:30 this morning at a home on Peach Bottom Road in Fulton Township. Crews from Chester County and Cecil County in Maryland also responded. No one was hurt, but traffic in the area was affected for a time. Also in Lancaster County, police are investigating after a car crashed into a utility pole. You're seeing pictures of it right there. It happened early this morning in East Drumore Township on Robert Fulton Highway. You can see the car had severe damage to the front. Luckily, no one was hurt. It's not clear what caused the driver to lose control.
Well, a brief evacuation this morning for some students in Dauphin County after a reported gas leak at Central Dauphin East High School. Student and staffs were sent to Central Dauphin Middle School while UGI and the fire department checked and cleared the building. Thankfully, no one was hurt.